Chris Evans, Top Gear.
Yeah, interesting.
Thoughts?
The Ginger Ninja. He's a petrol head, isn't he? So.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, well, he does Carfest, doesn't he?
Yeah. Carfest North and Carfest
South.
Fucking spicy crisps, bro. Oh, broken crisps, bro. Welcome everyone to the Mega Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Monday Afternoon, Gaz Williams, and joined, as always, in the studio by the hot sod, Dan Williams.
Hello. The hot sod.
In a sort of rowdy roddy peeper style.
When you listen to the music, he's evil.
Yeah. Oh, that guy's sick.
You really saved your life, home. If you ever listen to the music, he's evil.
The Simpsons references are getting more and more sort of
prominent.
Dynamic. Dynamic is the word we're going to use. That's the word of the day. Damn it, D-Lo.
Damn it, D-Lo.
That's the word of the day today.
What, dynamic?
Yes.
In the Vanessa Feltz style.
Yes. Because Vanessa Feltz, who once had some sort of weird mental breakdown on Celebrity Big Brother.
Yes, she did. But now she presents Radio 2.
Yeah.
In the mornings at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, but...
No, about 4:30.
Yeah.
It is,
It's like, who the fuck is up there? Well, like, with the exception of this grinning bugger over here.
Hello.
And frigging Conrad Veidt, the man who laughs in the corner. Grinning like a rapey schoolboy.
Don't say that. I'm not you, Selby.
With your googly eyes and your big
rubbery smile.
Rubbery smile.
Yeah. No. Let's take our lessons that we learned about podcasting this week.
Yeah, don't go off topic too much. Stay on topic. We've been going for not even 30 seconds.
We're going for Oscar Gold.
Yeah, go for a gold.
Oscar Gold.
Right, Money in the Bank. We watched, it was on Sunday night, which if you're listening to this in the future and food comes in pill form and the world is run by damn dirty apes.
And shoes tie themselves.
Yes, and bacon is our mortal enemy.
Yes.
It was on the 14th of June 2015 and it took place at the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio.
Did we find out if it was associated with the bank or the building society?
I don't think it is.
Shame.
Bollocks. Yeah, it was live on the WWE Network. I think they're just pining for new viewers because it seems like the last 3 months there's been a case of, oh my god, the network is free for the month, bro.
It's free to new subscribers, Mega. You get over 180 hours of content.
Yeah, it's just like, give it up. I know it's probably losing Vince oodles and oodles of squillions of cash.
I'm sure Vince McMahon and his ass will be fine.
Yeah, I found that. I'll post a link up on the Mega Podcast page. I found it randomly. It's a cartoon. I think it was the best of it is.
It's an official WWE.
It's an official WWE release. It's a cartoon called Mr. McMahon and His Ass.
Mr. McMahon and his ass.
My ass can do tricks. Check it out. And it's like the cartoon. He's walking. He's in a sort of Jason Skelly style. And his ass has got arms. And it's like playing the drums and riding motorbikes. It's just amazing.
It's kind of like that thing on Family Guy. I think season 1. What was it called?
It's like Mr. McMahon and his ass. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it is funny.
Let's get that on the network.
Yeah, why can't they stick stuff like that on the network? No, maybe that will be a part of the adult cartoon camp WWE. I'm Vince McMahon, damn it.
Check out my ass. Now, kids, I want you to scream real loud at my ass. What you talking about with this? Oh, my days. But yeah.
On topic.
Yeah, as is the way, the pre-show, king of the pre-show, King Barrett, faced R-Truth. Was it any good? It was upsetting. After watching the pre-show at WrestleMania, what it was like, it's a, oh my god, it's a 2-hour pre-show, sponsored by Mountain Dew Kick-Off. it was like 2 matches in 2 hours. It's like watching Raw, you know.
Did you notice, right? No, you didn't watch the pre-show, did you?
Because the pre-show is basically an advert for Mountain Dew.
Yeah, because
with a wrestling match in.
Even the opening, they show like all the different people there with their Mountain Dew kickstart. Like, ooh, look at me, I got my Mountain Dew kickstart.
Yeah.
Ooh, yum, yum, yum.
Exactly.
Give me money.
Yeah. In a minute, more money.
That's what the WWE needs. Yeah, more money.
Yeah, where's them Terrence and Phillip?
Maybe we should buy them coupons for Bennigan's.
Right, talk us to the pre-show.
Yeah. So, past all that stuff now, right? The match, it was R-Truth against King Barrett. It upset me to a degree because R-Truth was being his typical 1920s cartoon character ways, and it just carried on into Raw, and it upset me.
When he come out with his crown. And
in his bathrobe.
Yeah.
His Burger King, his 1990s Burger King crown, and the toilet plunger, and his bathrobe. And they're like, this is obviously Raw now. I'm like, R-Truth, you're in this match, am I? Oh,
yeah, zoopity-bada, jello pudding.
I better go up and do a match.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, the match was... It's upsetting because King Barrett is amazing. He's such a good wrestler. And of course he's British.
Yeah.
And they put him with these... I hope they're not building some sort of rivalry. Like King versus King or something stupid like that. King of the toilet thing. There's only one King of the toilet, and that was Little Toilet.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they might as well just call him Wee Jock Poupon McPlop. You know.
I watched that.
Yeah.
Coming down the aisle, we jump coop plop, and R-Truth comes out, whoop-a-doo,
yeah.
yo!
he is basically a cross between Sanka from Cool Runnings and Bill Cosby.
Yes!
You know, bloody hell.
Brilliant. So if they got it on and had a baby, little R-Truth would come out.
Yeah. Little Jimmy.
But R-Truth defeated King Barrett with a crucifix pin.
It was job.
Yeah, and it was it wasn't the most memorable of matches.
No.
Don't think it was that long either, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Because it's we've got to get more adverts from
I was gonna
Mountain
say
Dew,
yeah. The more wrestling, the less due.
Yeah. The less duty pie they had.
Yeah. You gotta pay your dues, bro.
Exactly. But yeah, it was alright. It didn't upset me too much, but it was a bit upsetting to see King Barrett lose. Because I wanted King Barrett to win.
That's because King Barrett's awesome. That's
yes,
why.
he is. Let's get King Barrett back on the proper mid card.
Back on the gravy train, as it were.
Back on the gravy train. Back to the IC title.
Yeah. But I never watched the pre-show because, like I say, it's basically just wrestling with a
Mountain Dew advert.
Yeah, 5 minutes of wrestling and 55 minutes of widgy talk. And it's basically like an omnibus. It's like watching Experience on a Sunday morning on Sky One or something. It's like a catch-up of what's happened on Raw and then adverts for Mountain Dew.
And the other reason why you don't watch it is because you know I will.
Yeah, so I don't need to. Because let's be honest, if the matches were that important, they wouldn't be on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Think of it that way. An extreme lack of the...
Harper.
Well, yeah, we had a Harperless pay-per-view, which seems to be a bit of a trend at the moment, which we're not impressed. Here at the Mega Podcast, we're not happy about.
No, because we want to be able to play the theme and talk about Luke Harper.
Yeah, and we also obsessively had a lack of the greatest tag team in the world, the Masters of the WWE Universe. Reason being, in a dark match against the newly signed Samoa Joe, Tyson Kidd injured his neck. I think, from what I read, I don't know if it was just sort of different rumours floating around the net, that he botched the bump for the Muscle Buster and has damaged his neck in a similar way to how Edge and Steve Austin botched their necks.
Such a shame.
Yeah, such a shame because they had a lot of steam behind them and a lot of momentum. Apparently, Tyson Kidd has been in conversation with both Austin and Edge, and has been advised to take the same operation that they did. But unfortunately, if he does, it's going to put him on the shelf for at least a year.
Such a shame.
yeah, so we've got no Cesaro on this card, unfortunately. The first match of the night was the Money in the Bank ladder match. I think this was a mistake. They should have at least started it with Ryback against the New Year's Baby, the Big Show.
We'll get onto that when we get there.
Yeah. It started off of it was the Money in the Bank ladder match, which is famous every year. For me, I know they always say about after the Royal Rumble, get behind the wheel of your car, put your foot down because we're on the highway to WrestleMania. It's money.
Can you dig it?
Yeah, for me, it's Money in the Bank. That's the start of the year for me.
That's the fiscal year.
Yeah, that's the like the football season is like August to May or whatever it is. This for me is when the wrestling season starts.
Yeah.
Because
it sets the way for the
everything
next year's
else.
gonna go.
Everything else is just pre-season. But yeah, the Money in the Bank ladder match, Money in the Bank, basically for those of you who don't watch it or haven't got a clue what it is, it's basically Erwin R. Shyster's briefcase from WrestleMania 9.
Yeah.
It's the same colour and everything, the same type of briefcase with a logo on.
I bet it is the actual briefcase.
Probably is, yeah. They used to have separate ones. They had when they did the brand split. There was the Money in the Bank, the SmackDown on the Raw. One was red and one was blue. But now it's just one gold one. And inside is a contract for a guaranteed world title match anytime, anywhere, any place. So obviously, as you can tell, it's a hot commodity. There's only one man in history has ever cashed in his Money in the Bank and lost, and that was Big Match Cena.
Yep.
But in true sort of super face styley,
they don't mention it ever.
Well, there's that, and the fact that Edge, the ultimate opportunist, did on many occasions run down when the champion was incapacitated, hit his finisher and won. Cena actually told The Miz, he was the champion at the time, I'm going to cash in tonight and we're going to have a real match. And he lost, so fuck you, Cena.
Yeah. But they never mentioned that in his packages.
No, they not with Big Match Cena, where they're showing that one photo of him little holding up the paper belt.
Yeah,
I hate that photo. Me and the wife had a memory board at our wedding.
You were going to say the missus then, weren't you?
Yeah, we actually nearly had. It's like just basically photos of us when we were little and when we met, and we nearly put in for a joke the Cena photo to see if anyone noticed. But then it's, But going off topic again, sorry. Money in the Bank ladder match featured Roman Reigns, Sheamus, Randy Orton, Dolph Ziggler, Squatting Neville, and Kane. Loads and loads of high intensity spots, a lot of ladder work. Kofi Kingston Kofi Kingston was in the match as well. Sorry, I forgot to mention him.
He got broken.
Yeah, he got broken by Roman Reigns.
By the power of Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Ziggler is just designed for ladder matches. He's like a frigging rat up a drain pipe with that ladder in it.
Oh yeah, he runs up it.
He's amazing.
But I suppose, he won't ever mind people saying this, but he is this era's Shawn Michaels. He's got that thing about him. The one thing I will say about the Money in the Bank match was the ending surprised me.
Yeah.
Because obviously, as we all know now, sorry if you don't know and you don't want to be spoiled, then why you listen to this. But obviously Sheamus won, which surprised me because obviously we both said Roman Reigns. Yeah, Roman Reigns is going to take it. So I'm surprised Sheamus won it. But as much as I love Sheamus, as much as I love the heelness about him, I don't think, unless they don't plan for him to win the title, I don't think he's title material yet. Although saying that, though, he's got possibly a year to make himself title material.
Well, he's already
I know he's already been a champion, but...
Oh, you mean on this run?
On this run, he's not champion material yet. Looking down the list, I would have put... I probably would have put Dolph Ziggler.
I'd have given it to either Ziggler or, sadly,
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, the wank pheasant himself.
But ideally, it would have gone to Ziggler.
Well, for me, and I think I speak on behalf of probably the rest of the internet wrestling community, the ones that haven't jumped on the Reigns bandwagon.
Yeah.
The highlight of the match for me
Bray Wyatt?
Yeah, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Because
he looked so happy.
It was just his cheeky little face.
Yeah.
And the fact they played
The fact that he shook the
and the fact that they played his little video thing twice.
Yeah, because obviously he didn't get down quick enough.
He probably couldn't shift his fat ass fast enough down the aisle. He was like, I missed my cue. I gotta get down the aisle as fast as I can.
He's not Dusty Rhodes.
We have
to mention.
We'll get on to that sad passing a bit later on.
Yeah, definitely.
But Bray Wyatt scuppered Roman Reigns' chances and pushed him off the ladder while wearing a rather fetching leather apron.
Yeah, what was with the apron? You don't see him wear it any other time. Why was it this time he decided, you know what?
He was probably,
you know what? I'm going to look fabulous. I'm going to go down in my apron.
He's probably making himself...
Does he? No. Here's my theory now.
Go on.
Who likes Roman Reigns? Mothers and children. When he pushes Roman Reigns off, what's going to happen? He's going to make the kids cry, brah. So he's wearing his apron so he doesn't get all their tears on his cloak, on his clothes.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what it is.
Yeah. The end of the match saw Sheamus throw poor old squatty Neville, who for me was one of the stars of the show. He was awesome.
He thrived.
Him and Ziggler were...
I would love to see a rivalry between them two.
Definitely. Even if, there's no need to turn any of them heel. Have a series of matches. I think it'd be amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Be a good experience for Neville, and if anything, it gets to show off Ziggler's... basically what we know of Ziggler anyway. He's fantastic. Yeah, he threw poor old Neville off the ladder and retrieved the briefcase, thus winning the match. So
what did you think of the match in general? We've kind of talked about bits and pieces. We haven't really sort of given an overall opinion.
It was exciting. It wasn't exciting. I mean, I think there's like we said in the last episode, the likes of Orton and Kane. You're thinking, why are you even there? It's, I don't know. Kane was just there to throw people around. And
Orton was there to pop up now.
Right, yeah,
Orton was just there to do an RKO.
Yeah, RKO. Like he
RKO'd Neville pretty much.
Yeah, off the ladder, Aaron, and that was an interesting spot. But it was an exciting match. It was an exciting match. I would probably it was not.
It wasn't match of the night.
No, without question.
We know which our match of the night was, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. To be honest, our match of the night and what other people would say match of the night was are probably different.
Yeah.
But hey ho. But yeah, Sheamus come out of it victorious, and it's a case of waiting now to see when he's going to cash in.
And what happens next, yeah.
I think it's going to be a SummerSlam. I'm going to put my cards on the table. SummerSlam cash in.
Do you think?
Yeah, SummerSlam cash in.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll take the championship?
Yeah.
Do you
think he will, yeah.
Oh.
And you think about...
I get the feeling he won't.
No?
I think he'll lose. He'll cash it in at the wrong time. I don't think it'll be as early as SummerSlam. I think they'll leave it for a bit longer. But I think he'll cash it in thinking, I've got my chance. And he'll come a cropper.
But you think about it, if he cashes in at SummerSlam, you know for a fact Lesnar's going to be involved with the main event at SummerSlam. Yeah. That could chuck up an interesting angle.
There is a rumour for the SummerSlam main event. Do you want me to mention it now, or shall I keep everyone hanging in case, unless people have already read?
No, you best mention it.
Right. Rumour has it, that Seth Rollins is due to turn face.
I've heard that.
And to face Triple H at SummerSlam.
Oh, God.
That's the rumour. I don't think it'll happen, because Triple H would never say, you know what, because I'm a real good worker.
Yeah, him.
I'm gonna do SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you over.
I'm gonna put you over at SummerSlam. I'm gonna make you face. No. Triple H waits till Mania. That's when he comes out to play. Any other time, he's just in his suit going, show them. Yeah. Show them why I chose you.
Yes, Seth.
Seth comes to the dark side.
Yeah. You noticed that he had a nose as big as trash. So
exactly.
It was amazing.
But yeah, so that's the rumour for SummerSlam. But I think Sheamus, when he cashes in, it's not going to happen. Because as much as the WWE like to say, and they've said it a lot, when you get that Money in the Bank contract, they're pretty much saying, you get the contract, you're going to be WWE champion. I think they're going to try and sort of make it a point again that You may get the contract, but you're not guaranteed it.
No. Alright, the second match of the night was, for me, the reason they need to start bringing more talent through from NXT. It was Nikki Bella defending the WWE Divas Championship against, well, Mega Podcast favourite, Paige.
Yes. I kind of agree with what you said. Yes, it was a...
They were going straight out for the... sorry for cutting you off there. They were going for the straight out, well, you know, if Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks can have the type of match in NXT, surely we've got the best women's wrestlers in the world.
Yeah.
We can beat that. No.
The thing is, though, and I'll say this time and time again, the people who they had in that match are good wrestlers.
Yeah.
Nikki
Bella
Bella's
has come on leaps and bounds.
Yeah, she's come a long way recently, and she's... Obviously, they're trying to make her like a heel in a way, and it's not really working because people like them too much.
Yeah.
But I like what they're doing with her because, to be honest with you, I like what they're doing with the women's division at the moment because they seem to be putting a bit more effort in. They're putting storylines in, and I like that. And Paige is obviously a fantastic wrestler anyway. So they have got people who are very capable of pulling off a match like the one in NXT with Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. They've got the talent there. The problem is the people who are booking these matches are kind of booking them wrong. And they're not... I feel they're stunting the girls in a way, or the ladies in a way.
Yeah.
Probably people say you shouldn't call them girls. But they shouldn't... They're stunting them in a way. And I think that's wrong. They should give them a little bit of creative freedom. And I think that would really thrive for them, and it would give them a real good opportunity.
Yeah.
Because there was times in that match you could see they were doing really good stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a shame, but because we were saying it when we were watching it, it seems to be they get these ladies real talents, and then as soon as they come up to the roster, they say, right, you got to act like girls now. And it's like, come on, these guys are talented. Give them a chance, and they'll show you how talented they are. It's like they're afraid to give them a chance.
In case they outshine the guys.
Yeah.
And I think...
Because Vince McMahon, he can't have that, because in his day, women's wrestling was a side attraction. Yeah. Kiss my ass!
And I think you'll agree that both girls had lovely bottoms.
Yes. Vince would certainly like to touch them on the bottom.
No, he'd be the judge in the lovely girls contest.
He would. He'd be sitting there next to Father Jack going, more water.
Yeah. Hey, Jack, more water.
Yeah. I'm Vince McMahon, damn it. Yeah. We want more water. But yeah, back to the match at hand. But yeah, there was a lot of really good spots in this. There was obviously the moments where you'd have a finish. Paige would do a finish. She's like, "Oh, here we go," and it'd be like, "Yeah." But I thought this is where the match pissed me off.
Oh,
the ending. The ending really irked me because
it was a bit of a fake ending.
Yeah, they did the switcheroo.
The old twin magic.
Yeah, and they got found out. Why wasn't Nikki Bella disqualified?
Yeah.
But no, they had to... The match carried on. Even though Paige had been announced as the winner, the match just carried on for some reason. It was like as if they said, oh, well, the Bellas can't lose.
Yeah, we can't have that. Like.
We can't have the Bellas lose by... We can have them lose by genuinely losing, but we can't show that they're cheaters. So quick, we have to make it so she wins.
Yeah, and it was like, look, I got tissue down my bra. And
I got the flaming vagina.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
You could say she's got a hot body.
Oh,
hey, they're coming out now.
Bloody, yeah.
But yeah, the ending really annoyed me because if it was a guys' match and that happened, it would have been bang, yeah, DQ. Well, look at the Seth Rollins Dean Ambrose match in Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Soon as it was realised, hang on, Seth did something bad. It was right. It's Dean Ambrose has lost because of DQ.
Yeah.
Or Dean Ambrose has won, but Seth still gets the title because of DQ. And obviously, if the same thing happened in the women's division, it'd be, oh well.
Yeah.
And that's not right.
And as far as pulling somebody from under the ring goes, this ain't 94 and it's not Doink versus Crush.
No.
You know,
Maybe they should start doing the mirror thing.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. But yeah,
sorry, I've talked all about that match. So I thought it was a good match. There was some good spots, but the ending really annoyed me. But it was a good match to watch. I really enjoyed it, and I liked the fact, one more thing, they give him a lot more time.
Yeah, that was the one thing I enjoyed. Because usually when you see it on, even though, Triple H has come out in numerous interviews and said as far as Raw goes, that third hour of TV is really hard to book for.
Yeah.
We'll give the Divas a bit more time.
Yeah.
They literally, including the pre-recorded spots, coming out to the ring, wrestling, they've got about 15, 20 minutes at the most in a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
It's given more time, but it was nice to see they had the extra time.
Yeah, because you only get about 5 minutes.
I just wish the ending would have been booked a bit better.
Yeah.
But,
Because I wanted Paige to win.
Yeah, I think everybody did.
Yeah, everyone wanted Paige to win.
It's,
She's so over.
Oh,
I know we've said it time and time again, but she is so over.
I think it's getting to the point now where people are getting a bit peeved with her because all she seems to do is moan these days about, you two could make a change. It's, she might as well say, I'm starting with the man in the mirror in a sort of Michael Jackson style.
But I'm hoping, because obviously going to Raw now when they had trying to rally divas and no one was supporting it, I really hope they do what we've been saying for ages and have a go to NXT and say, right, you guys can help me out.
Yeah.
Because I was hoping and praying when I was watching the handicap match that she would be getting her ass handed to. And obviously, handicap match, no DQ.
Yeah.
I was praying for one of the NXT girls to come down the aisle and just say, right, I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Bayley, any of them.
Yeah.
It would have been amazing.
Definitely. But yeah, good match. Better than average match. Probably one of the better diva matches that I've seen for a long time. But let down by the ending. Without question. But
oh no.
Yeah. Judging by that klaxon, yep, it's that time of the night again where we've got the big guy, the Intercontinental Champion, Royd back, squaring off against everyone's favourite, the man who will never retire, who, let's be honest, his biggest claim to fame at the moment is the fact that he's a 50-year-old giant and he's not dead yet. It's the Big Show.
The New Year's baby.
Now,
I think his biggest claim to fame at the moment is the fact that in his last pay-per-view match, he kept whinging, going, no tables.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I've seen the Big Show do in a long time.
He just kept breaking them.
Yeah.
No,
he just kept, like, people going, tables, and Roman Reigns set up a table, smash, no tables. That was amazing. That was the best thing I've seen the Big Show do in a long time.
We might as well stick him in a restaurant. I'd like a seat for the night.
No table.
Yeah. This was a chat.
It proved the point, the fact that as soon as the match finished, everyone... how did it end again? Do you remember?
The Big Show...
The Miz attacked.
Yeah, the Miz was on commentary for the match and pretty much became a focal point of the match, as near the end when the Big Show punched Ryback with that big knockout blow, which I think is absolutely amazing because 9 times out of 10 he sort of swings past their chest and they bump like they've been punched in the head. Ryback got it with that and rolled out of the ring, and as the Big Show put Ryback back in for the win, the Miz jumped in with a microphone.
That was it. And hit him.
Yeah, and hit him.
And the fact that the audience cheered.
Yeah.
And
when was the last time you heard the Miz get cheered for?
Yeah. And the fact that you could tell the whole audience, like, thank fuck for that.
Yeah.
It's over.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're saying that though, when the Miz fought the Big Show and he won by count out, everyone cheered the Miz then.
Yeah, because it's...
He's like, thank God that's over.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, this was a terrible match. It was exactly as I said it would be. Two big guys, slow around the ring, little bit of a brawl outside. The Miz got involved.
That was the highlight of the match.
Yeah. But, My God, it was just terrible.
Yeah, I'm not even going to waste any more breath on it. So this next match I'm going to talk about was
Match of the night.
Match of the night
Match
without
of the
question.
night.
It was the rematch between the NXT champion Kevin Steen, aka Kevin Owens, and the United States champion John Cena. Big match Cena. What a match.
Before you carry on, all I want to say, sorry for cutting you off, is the ending was shite.
Yeah.
It was like, it really truly was the done.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
The springboard stunner.
Big match Cena.
Yeah.
He's at it again.
We laughed all the way through about calling him Big Match Cena and all
And then
that.
all of a sudden JBL.
Yeah, JBL comes out at the end and he's, Big Match Johnny, does it again, Michael. I was like, shut up, you fucking mark. Well, considering he usually just marks out for the bad guys.
Yeah. Or his boy.
Yeah, or
Heath
his
Slater.
boy, Heath Slater.
His words, not ours.
He always seems to mark out for John Cena. 15-time world champion, Michael.
It's probably a case of Vince tells him you have to mark out for Cena or you're fired.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on, you can talk about the match now.
What a match. It was just, for me,
Edge of your seat stuff.
Definitely. I've always said, and I'm a big advocate of the fact that as good a person as John Cena is for his charity work and the way he pushes the brand and what have you, ring-wise, he's only as good as whoever he's fighting. And you put him with somebody with the experience and the know-how of Kevin Owens, and you've got a classic match. I would go as far as say this is probably, screw the series that he had with The Rock. This was the best match I've seen Cena have. I would even say this was as good as, if not slightly better than, the Money in the Bank match that he had with Punk when Punk left with the belt. This was just awesome, full of great spots. I will admit I super marked out when Kevin Owens hit him with the 5 moves of doom.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was such good booking.
And it proved it, the fact that the whole audience did You Can't See Me along with Kevin Owens. And when John Cena did it, it was like, you can't see me.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, amazing.
But it goes back to the only thing I thought let this match down was
the ending.
Well, yeah, the ending. The and here he goes. Was the fact that having a finishing move these days doesn't mean jack shit.
No.
It's not even. It's more of a signature move. It's just a move that you do on a regular basis in every match. Because the amount of times, Owens hit the pop-up powerbomb and Cena hit how many attitude adjustments, and then in the end he hit him with that springboard stunner and then the AA and won.
Yeah.
And it's just like, keep your finishing move as your big move that boom.
That's when you know it's the end.
Yeah, you think, The Rock's dad, Rocky Johnson, his finishing move was a drop kick. I'm sure it was Harley Race's finishing move was just a standard suplex.
Well, the perfect plex.
Exactly.
Jake the Snake's DDT.
Yeah.
Macho Man Randy Savage, elbow drop, Hulk Hogan leg drop, Ultimate Warrior splash.
Virgil's Russian leg sweep.
Oh.
But
$10 move.
Yeah. The end, the after the bell for me was the best. The fact that Cena was all, well done.
You belong here.
You belong here. And then Owens just boots him, puts him outside and hits him with that awesome powerbomb onto the apron.
Yeah.
Brilliant booking. If anything, cemented Owens as like the ultimate heel / anti-hero.
Yeah.
This series of matches is far from over.
No. It'd be interesting because obviously now that they've probably given John Cena a little bit of a break now because obviously Owens has put him on the stretcher and everything like that. It'd be interesting to see when John Cena comes back if he fights Owens again or whether that's it for that program now and they'll put Kevin Owens up against someone else. So I like the fact that on Raw this week, and it really did meet my expectations, that Kevin Owens against bloody Dolph Ziggler.
That was a good match.
And it was a really good match.
Really good match.
Yeah, it was. It was great. But this match between John Cena and Kevin Owens, this was the match that made me realise, this is why John Cena's still around, because he can do really good matches. Like you say, when you put him with someone good.
Yeah. This is why he is Big Match Cena.
Yeah.
Because he rises to the occasion.
And it was just like we said, edge of your seat stuff. I was engrossed from start to finish on this match, and it's just well done to everyone involved on this one, because it was, like I said, match of the night, except the ending, because the ending was pretty much Kevin Owens was beating the living tar out of him. Then all of a sudden, he suddenly got his groove back again. And then he did
it is Popeye moment, so that was it.
Springboard Stunner, AA done. The ending was literally, it was just such a quick, there wasn't any build to it. It was just, right, there's your end.
Yeah.
It was like as if the ref kind of leant over and said, you're going over your time limit here, lads, you're going to have to wrap it up now.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. And then Cena said, right, I'll just do the Springboard Stunner and AA and then we're done.
Yeah.
Shame. Because if this would have had a really good ending, it would have been a match for the ages. But the rest is all gold. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it.
It's on the network.
Yeah, it's on the network. It's amazing. It's such a good match.
Yes.
Real good match that shows off the talents of both people involved.
Definitely. The fifth and final match of the main card was your boys, The New Day, which was
the power of positivity.
Big E and, in an unusual twist, Xavier Woods.
PhD Woods.
For the fact that Kofi had been injured, being dropped on a ladder by the Wank Pheasant.
Power of Roman Reigns.
Yeah, so it was the New Day defending their tag team championships against the primetime players, who may slowly start to become. They will fill the bald-headed permatanned void.
Yeah.
That the masses of the WWE universe shall leave in my life. What a team!
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't think they could ever get back up. They could ever get over, because their initial run. What was the guy's name? When they first came in, they were managed by a guy. Oh, they were the Real Deal Titus O'Neil and Mr. No Days Off Darren Young. They were just. I'm trying to read now where
But basically, when they did their original run, you didn't ever think they'd get sort of to where they are now.
Well, no, they had a AW. His name was Andrew. Was it Andrew Washington? Something like that. His name was, and he was their manager, and it was like he was the mouthpiece, and he'd come down with like a proper sort of selling meat on the car boot sale microphone headset thing. And he would commentate through the matches. And in a couple of matches, he made a couple of real offhand comments.
Right.
And in the end, they just terminated his contract. It was around about the time, I don't know how many people are aware of this, where basketball player LeBron James was accused of, I don't know if it was rape or attempted rape, of a young lady in a hotel somewhere. And Titus O'Neil hit some sort of move, and this AW was like, and just like LeBron James in a hotel, this man is unstoppable! Oh. And it's like, what the hell? You can't make rape jokes on Raw. This isn't the 90s.
No.
Bloody hell. Yeah, so they got rid of his ass, and the primetime players sort of went away for a while, and then
they started doing little spots, didn't they?
Yeah, Darren.
Vignettes.
I think the turning point because they were heels, and is the turning point for the team, as bizarre as it sounds, was the kayfabe breaking news that Darren Young had come out.
Right.
Yeah, that seemed to turn a corner, and people sort of got behind them. I mean, the amount of wrestlers that come out in support and say, you're a brave guy for doing it in this sort of uber macho world of permatans and lycra. You're brave, and then it seems to sort of gather momentum for them.
Yeah.
And then they came back, they put them back together as the primetime players, and they are fucking super over.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
With their millions of dollars.
Yeah, I think that millions of dollars they've been doing that for since the first run, and it's just awesome. It is just, and Titus O'Neil's.
He doesn't do it as much though.
No, but the fans do it for him.
Yeah.
They are awesome. The primetime players are fantastic. Because Titus O'Neil is a juggernaut of a man.
Yeah, he is.
He's just not like, I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah.
Not X-Men Vinnie Jones juggernaut.
No.
But he's
It's gonna
just...
be emotional!
Yeah, he's a freight train of man.
Yeah.
He's just awesome. And Darren Young is such an underrated, talented guy. Oh my life. He's such a good... And they're an amazing tag team. And they look like a tag team.
But it was a great match all in all.
Yeah,
And we got a great spot where Big E did his spear.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. That's a spear.
The Big E spear.
He did it... I can't remember when he did it last time, but he did it a while ago. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
And again, he did it again, and it was just... brilliant stuff.
But I did predict the primetime players were going to take it.
You did, yes. I was quite shocked to see the new. I'm surprised because they didn't have a whinge at Xavier Woods about it. But I saying that though, it's the power of positivity.
Exactly.
That's what our show's all about.
Yes.
The power of positivity. Yeah. So I come to a theory that we are the new day.
We are the new day of wrestling podcasts.
Yeah, because all the others, as we've said before, tend to be quite negative and saying, oh, well, the Fed shit, what's Vince McMahon doing these days. Granted, we'll have little comments like that, but in general, we try and keep positive. So we are the power of positivity.
Definitely. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that just before we get into the main event, which was Seth Rollins against Dean Ambrose in the ladder match for the world title, about other wrestling shows that are out there. Obviously, this show we cover solely WWE because it's what we've watched since we were kids. It's what we still watch now. And there are a ton of other wrestling organisations out there. I mean, there's probably some that I'm not aware of. Some would probably call us sort of non-wrestling fans because we just like the sports entertainment organisation. I mean, there's Impact Wrestling, which is TNA. There's Ring of Honor. New Japan. There's obviously the blistering indie scene. Even guys like PCW, which is Preston City Wrestling, they do amazing work. If you ever, I do intend on getting to one of their shows in the near future because the talent they've got there is fantastic. But there's one company I want to talk about. We looked at it before. It's one of those companies that I've always known about, but I've just steered clear because, in my opinion, I'm probably going to get slaughtered for this by if any of the 12 to 20 people that listen to this podcast are a fan of this organisation, is the Combat Zone Wrestling, CZW. What the hell? I'm lost for words. I saw something on, I think it was one of the I follow a lot of wrestling Facebook groups and stuff. And somebody put a video up of like a short clip of a recent match, and a garden strimmer was used as a weapon during a match. I'm sorry, but I always thought wrestling was about wrestling, and if there's anything that looks remotely dangerous, you make it look as dangerous as possible.
Because isn't the point of wrestling to go in and not hurt each other?
Yeah, you make
That's what Bret Hart always said.
Yeah, you make it look dangerous, but that's as far as it goes. It just looks dangerous. Like when you see somebody get dropped by a powerbomb, you think, oh my god, that must wreck him. But obviously, it's a two-ended street, two-way street. You work together, so nobody gets hurt. But I'm sorry, how do you bump getting whacked in the stomach with a fully functional running garden strimmer?
Don't know.
you just don't. That's not wrestling. That's just basically the acknowledgement of violence. And that's not what wrestling is about.
It's blood sport.
Yeah, it's basic. Yeah, that's what it is. It's me and Dan, just before we recorded the podcast, we were flicking through. We had a quick listen to this week's Max Wrestling podcast. At our friends over at Max Wrestling Magazine, Dazzy Lee and the Phoenix and Mr. Dave Gillum. If you get a chance to check out their podcast, give it a listen, because they cover a wide variety of all things wrestling. So go and give them guys a listen, because they're really good. That's Max Wrestling Podcast. And we just flicking through, watched a little bit of ROH, and we hit across CZW. And I commented, I'd seen something online, people taking the piss, because at Money in the Bank, it was a quiet part, and you could just hear one guy trying to get a CZW chant, and the comments were like, I'd rather watch CCW than the pile of shit Vince is peddling at WWE, and then. No. Because that's not wrestling. It's as if they justify calling it wrestling by smacking somebody across the head with a tube light, putting them through a window, whacking them with a garden strimmer, and then finishing the match with a double-arm DDT. Oh yeah, there's a wrestling spot in there, so it's definitely a wrestling match. I don't know. What's your thoughts on it?
The only thing I kept thinking all the way through watching it was... because
there were some nasty spots, wasn't there? The wrestling spots looked awful.
a lot of nasty spots, and looked like they would genuinely hurt. Like, there was a lot of power bombs and stuff like that, and a lot of pile drivers and things like that, which looked like they were landing smack bang on the top of their heads. And the word I used, or the term I used, was, that's a concussion waiting to happen.
Or a broken neck.
Or a broken neck, yeah. So... I can see why some people would obviously enjoy it, because obviously it's for probably the people who loved ECW back in the day. I mean, granted, ECW had a lot of great stuff.
I mean, I love the. We're not, between the ages of 15 and 19. Like I've said about it before, where me and friend of the show Sam Burgess, we'd go out and buy the ECW videos, and we'd watch them, and we'd just be in awe of guys like New Jack and Balls Mahoney and Tommy Dreamer pulling out these extreme sort of... the
extreme spots.
Like the weapons and stuff like that. But, you look at it now and you just think, well, it's not wrestling, really.
It shows that it's just obviously our tastes have changed, basically.
Yeah.
If people enjoy it, my opinion is, if people enjoy it, you enjoy it. You get your kicks out of it, and you enjoy it.
But don't call it wrestling.
Well, some people do. All I'll say is, as I'll say about everything in the world, you enjoy that, let me enjoy what I've got.
Yeah.
Because the problem I find with some things is there's a bit of a mentality of, I like this, you've got to like it as well. If you don't like it, then you're not this.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be like that. It should
like
be...
an elitist sort
of,
opinion.
I feel with everything in this life, you should be just welcoming and say, come and have a go. Yeah. If you don't like it, fair enough. That's the way I see it. People probably say, well, you're just naive and blah, 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 but that's just how I feel anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, power of positivity.
Yes.
The power of positivity. Mega podcast. Mega podcast. Mega podcast. Come on. Everyone at home, do it with me. Mega podcast. Power of positivity, people.
Which brings us to the main event of the evening of the Money in the Bank 2015 pay-per-view. It's the reigning, defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion, who is without his belt, because they did a really weird belt-stealing angle.
Yeah.
Because people forget. Wrestling fans haven't got a memory that they did the same angle for the Intercontinental belt not 4 months ago.
Including Dean Ambrose into it.
Yeah. Seth Rollins defending against Dean Ambrose.
I can't do my J&J applause.
Seth Rollins.
What a man.
Yes.
What a man. Amazing wrestler.
Oh.
And again, he got a chance to show himself off a bit in this.
Yeah.
He got to show a bit of a mean streak.
It was, and to be honest, I think this was spot on booking.
Yeah.
For the fact that there was no Kane, there was no Triple H, there was no J&J.
Oh, but he did have to have his
Oh yeah, he had to stick his giant nose in and sort of
show them.
He basically was the Emperor from Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, something Rollins, something Ambrose ladder match. Show them dark side.
Show them, Seth.
Yeah.
Show them that you are my apprentice.
Yeah, that's basically. He might as well have just wore a hood and had a face like a ball bag. You know, and then weird sort of teeth.
Yeah, he should have. It would have been brilliant. Someone out there who's clever, make that happen.
Yes.
Make it so it looks like Trip is wearing the Emperor cloak.
That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Yes. What's your opinion on? I know my opinion on the match, but I'd like to hear if you think the same as I did.
I thought it was a very good match. It wasn't match of the night, but it was very good. I liked the fact that Seth was just a bit of an animal in it. It gave him a bit of a mean streak. And again, I agree with you. I like the fact that he kind of did the whole, I don't need the authority, I don't need anyone, I can do it myself. I like that because it really gave him, because the thing that's annoyed me at the moment, again, I'm trying to stay positive, but I hate the fact that they've kind of made him this little weasel.
Yeah.
I hate that because he's a really talented wrestler. But this really turned it round for me because this kind of made me say, yes, they're believing in him again. And I'm happy that they're really sort of pushing him again. And they're kind of saying, well, look, he is actually a very talented wrestler. And in this match, it gave him a chance to show that he has a proper mean streak. Because there was times when he was just beating the crap out of Ambrose. And it was great. So, yeah, it was a really enjoyable match. A lot of really good spots. But yeah, it was just really good. It wasn't match of the night, but it was very, very, very enjoyable.
They basically did kick the bollocks out of each other for
they did
for the best part of 35 minutes.
But it's one of those though. It's as I think Traz said it. When you're fighting with your mate, they're the best people to be in the ring.
You bounce off them.
You bounce off them better, and you hit your friends harder.
Yeah, definitely. I thought it dragged at points. At points, I did think, God, it's still going. I mean, all right, you know, it had to be the longest match of the night, but where your average match, the longest, with the exception of the Rollins match, the two longest matches were 20 minutes long, which was the ladder match, which had to be a long match because there was, 7 or 8 people in there.
Yeah.
And after that was 19 minutes with the Cena Kevin Owens match. The longest match after that was obviously Big Show Ryback was 5 minutes. The frigging primetime players in the New Day was just under 6 minutes. And Nikki Bella and Paige at 11 minutes. So for a near enough 40-minute match, I was a bit like, I don't know. I thought it went on a little bit. Where
I can see what you mean.
Where I think if Cena Owens would have gone on for that length, it would have been like, this is just epic booking.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know, I love both guys. I mean, I think Rollins is, you know, the architect is, he's got that name for a reason. He's an amazing athlete. Dean Ambrose is a fantastic wrestler, and he has got, in my opinion, the best gimmick at the moment.
Yeah.
Because he's just
he's just Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He is Stone Cold Dean Ambrose.
I liked the ending to this match. I liked
that
it.
Was that was clever booking. That.
Yeah, because usually with a ladder match, how it goes is they battle, and there's one guy climbs the ladder, grabs it. Whereas with this one, they were both at the top and they both held it as it fell, and I like that because it was so different.
And the fact that you were sort of holding your breath, thinking all it would take is one slip, and they're both
fucked.
Pancaked somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was interesting booking, and I loved how it ended because it was a real sort of
who won?
Oh, he's won! Bloody hell, fair dues.
Yeah,
that was for me was the most bar the brawl to the outside through the audience and everything. The ending was my favourite part. The way it was booked, it was just such clever writing.
Yeah.
And like you say, I think within the confines of like a 20-minute match or so, I think these guys are fantastic. But anything longer, it's a bit like, okay. I don't think we've had enough development in the rivalry, because every week it's just been a case of, Dean Ambrose, you got my title and I'm going to do it all by myself. And then Ambrose will come out and sort of slobber everywhere and, I'm crazy Dean Ambrose and I've got your belt. And there's no real development of...
there's no plot.
No. Where you look to the Divas series of matches with the Bellas and Paige, there's a story there.
Oh, it's been going on for ages.
Yeah, there's a story, and you can sort of hark it back to, Paige isn't your stereotypical diva. The Bellas are basically the queens of the Divas division, and it's just Paige trying to bring them down and make a change.
Yeah,
and that's an interesting story. But it's kind of just like, crazy Dean Ambrose wants to be champion.
Yeah, basically.
And that's it.
Yeah. And so does the audience.
Yeah. Basically.
The audience want him.
Dean Ambrose is super over at the moment.
Yeah.
It is and like we've said about Roman Reigns and the whole Daniel Bryan yes movement, they've not pushed Ambrose too much. He's always been there, but his popularity has just organically grown and grown and grown and grown and grown.
Yeah.
To the point now where he is, I would say, unintentionally one of the top faces in the company.
Yeah.
Unintentionally. He's so unconventional. I think that's why people like him, because he's just nuts.
The fact that he does little runs and then he pushes himself off the second turnbuckle.
The most dangerous rope.
Yeah, exactly.
But gonna be interesting. I mean, by the looks of things, this rivalry's done now.
Yeah, considering who Rollins up against next.
Yeah, which brings us to the next pay-per-view, which is WWE's Battleground.
And it's only on the network, isn't it?
Apparently so. It doesn't say no.
I think it is a because I remember Michael Cole saying it's a network special.
I don't know that, but there's nothing.
I think he said that anyway.
But it's coming up on July the 19th. So we've got 5 weeks. Well, it won't be 5 weeks now. It's about 4.5 weeks from Raw that's just gone.
Yeah.
It's 5 weeks of build up.
Plenty of time.
Yeah. I mean, there's already been 2 matches announced. Obviously, following on from the interference in the ladder match, we've got Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. So we're gonna have 5 weeks of Roman Reigns coming out being Mr. Cool, and 5 weeks of Bray Wyatt giving it his "I'm coming for you, Roman Reigns."
I don't know. His promo this week.
Oh yeah, with the "I'm a little teeth." That was spot on.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was, because I think it's one of them. It's
mind games.
Real cerebral stuff.
It's mind games.
How do you break someone like, someone as strong and powerful as Reigns? You just get inside his head.
Yeah.
Like, if it kind of harks back to the DDP Undertaker rivalry.
Yeah.
Where DDP targeted Taker's wife. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that pans out, because Wyatt's sort of been, since WrestleMania,
on the quiet, isn't he?
He's not really done anything, and he's been in the sort of limbo where
he fought right back.
Yeah.
But no, that promo was so good. Yeah. It was proof, because I was just sitting there watching it, I was just going, this is why I love Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Because he's so good on a microphone.
Yes, definitely.
He's so good.
It's one of those where, I mean, I've heard mixed things as far as his promos go. I mean, apparently he writes all his own promos and then just submits them to the writing team. If they say, change this or keep this or do this or do this. But then I also heard that a lot of them he has written for him and he just puts his own spin on it. So it's basically he's given a turd and he's got to try and polish it.
Yeah.
He does a good job, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. And the main event at the moment, the main event is Seth Rollins, the defending champion, against returning former champion, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. with Paul Heyman as advocate. When Lesnar came out on Raw Monday,
Pop.
oh my days. I went nuts as well. It was just like, I mean, you knew it was coming. Because you knew...
By the way, Drip was describing everything. I said, oh, do you crumble under the pressure? Do you become a coal? Or do you become the diamond?
Yeah.
With his big nose. The diamond.
The big schnoz diamond.
Aye.
But yeah, Lesnar came out. And what I liked, we discussed it before we came on air, was the fact that it was amazing how no one had to say anything. You know, Lesnar come down, did it, basically stalked the ring, did his jump, and that's not a small jump.
No.
That's not a small jump by any. That's about a 40-inch jump.
See, I think when he does that, he surely must do, because when you look at him, he's all upper body. His legs are like little weedy legs. He must do something with his legs because he can do that jump.
It's basically the Kyle Gass jump from Tenacious D. You know, the karate spot when he jumps over Jables. Yeah, it's basically that spot. But yeah, the fact that they got in the ring, Lesnar shook Traz hand, shook the billionaire princess's hand.
Paul Heyman did the same.
Yeah.
And then they just stared.
And
Seth Rollins was shitting his pants.
Yeah, Seth Rollins was just hoping that was steak and kidney pie in his pantaloons.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll save your britches.
Yeah, he was Stevie Ray Vaughan
for
the night.
No. Seth Rollins shits his britches.
I saved the britches for SummerSlam. But yeah, what an angle. I mean, you know, as is forever pointed out, Lesnar wasn't pinned and to lose his belt at WrestleMania. So technically, he deserves a second a rematch,
second crack at it.
So this is going to be. I think we're in for an interesting summer. I really do think that if Lesnar's going to be back around again for a couple of months, I think we're in for an interesting summer without question. So,
but more matches to be announced.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to announce. I don't know where they're going to go with the angles and what have you. But yeah, so far those are the two matches we've got. We've got Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns. And we've got Dean Ambrose. We've got Seth Rollins defending his belt against Brock Lesnar.
And of course, we will be back just before Battleground to talk about what's on the cards and to give our thoughts on each match.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit now. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. And talk about the
untimely passing.
Yeah, the sad passing of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, sad times. It really is, because it was one of those.
It was a horrible week.
It was a horrible week because we lost Fagan.
Yeah.
From
Ron Moody.
Yeah, we lost Ron Moody. Then we found out that the weekend before we had lost Christopher Lee, which was horrible, and then we find out we lost Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah. I mean, we'd said for a little while that he looked ill. I mean, I didn't realise, but he'd actually developed stomach cancer.
Right.
Yeah. And on the 10th of June 2015, his wife made a call and made a 911 call because Dusty had a fall. They drove him to a nearby hospital and he died the next day. Really, really sad. I mean, it's gonna, for me, my memories of Dusty Rhodes, obviously his promos were second to none.
Oh yeah.
You know, his wrestling left a lot to be
that's what he was,
to the imagination.
Yeah.
But he'll always be remembered to be basically the ultimate promo guy.
Well, that's what he was always. That's what he did in NXT. He'd be training everyone about promos. He was the one who you would be taught how to do promos with, and what a perfect guy to train you to do promos.
Yes, definitely.
Amazing promo, man.
Spookily, in his most famous Hard Times promo, Rhodes said, "There were two bad people. One was John Wayne, and he's dead, brother, and the other one's right here." And spookily, John Wayne actually died on June the 11th, 1979, which was the same date, June the 11th, as Dusty Rhodes died.
That is spooky.
Yeah. They did a really nice tribute to him at the beginning of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, where basically the entire locker room was at the top of the ramp. They give a 10-bell salute for Dusty.
And then they played his theme.
That was a nice touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's going to be a fat blonde head hole in NXT from that here on in. It's going to be interesting to see, without his creative direction and his help, what's going to happen as far as NXT goes. But yeah, Dusty Rhodes died on the 12th of June at the age of 69. So
the 11th.
What's that? No, he had an accident on the 11th and he died on the 12th.
But so what's your kind of, like, when someone says to you Dusty Rhodes, what's your first memory that comes to mind?
It's got to be the SummerSlam '88 promo when he's cutting a promo against the Honky Tonk Man, and he goes on about the
he said he's the proprietor of the Heartbreak Hotel. He's the man who wears the blue suede shoe.
And I gotta say to prove it in public.
You gotta prove it to the public.
That is my memory of Dusty Rhodes right there.
Yes, definitely. For me, it's his Hard Times promos.
The son of a plumber.
Yeah, the son of a plumber and all those. They are amazing. Especially the one where he's working in a garage.
Oh, and his vest.
Yeah, and his vest. He's coming out and said, "Oh, you got a fan automobile." And oh, you got to check your oil. Oh, Dusty Rhodes, he's got to check your oil. Oh, $5 a gas. Oh,
when he's a what stay was on, when he's the butcher.
Yeah, he's talking about the prime cuts of meat. And look at it. Oh, yeah, it's the finest minced beef you'll ever find. And look at this here. What are all these here, Carl? That's veal. Oh, that's veal. That's the finest veal you'll find in America. That's American meats. And the little face he would pull to the camera right at the end.
Yeah, the little sort of...
I would do it, but you wouldn't be able to see it. But
No.
But Dusty, it's a sad thing to hear that he's gone. I just worry about who's next.
Yeah.
That's all I keep worrying.
Which brings me on to the recommendation on the network this month. After Raw on Monday, they aired a really touching tribute to Dusty Rhodes on the network. So go watch that. There's nothing else you can watch this week except the Dusty Rhodes tribute.
Yeah.
So go watch that.
Yes.
But yeah, that brings us to the end of this episode, podcast, monthly shenanigans, if you will. We will see you in a couple of weeks' time for the Battleground preview show.
Yeah.
We have been talking all about Money in the Bank 2015, which was live from the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. On June the 14th at a capacity audience of 15,277.
Wow.
So thank you very much for giving it a listen. And as we always say, if you've got any comments on the show, anything you want us to talk about, anything you don't want us to talk about, anything you'd like us to include in the show, any ideas, any criticisms, if it's something you liked, something you didn't, give us a shout, let us know what you think. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, give us a like on YouTube as well. Share it about, tell your friends, tell your nan, tell everyone you know. Yeah.
And be sure to, if you're into that kind of thing, check us out on SoundCloud.
Yes, we're now on SoundCloud. I posted up the Money in the Bank preview show on SoundCloud, and that seemed to go a little bit better than the YouTube channel. So,
but let us know if you'd rather us be audio only, or if you want us to keep doing videos on YouTube. Because if you want us to just be audio, then we'll kick off YouTube and we'll just do audio for SoundCloud.
Yeah, so cheers for listening, you guys. I have been Gaz, and as I always say, in the studio with me has been Dan.
Hello.
Yes.
So thank you very much for listening, guys.
Yeah.
Power of positivity.
Yes.
Mega podcast. Come on, everyone. Mega podcast.